Why is toxic behavior the norm in our society?
This planet is toxic.
Why is negativity okay, but doing what's good for you wrong, or boring, or lazy?
We provide walkers and wheelchairs for the disabled and the extremely lazy.
Think you haven't normalized toxic behavior yet? This list might make you rethink that. Let's look into it. Well, here's a list of 8 socially normalized toxic and bad behavior. That might shock you.
There's evil afoot. Evil!
So the first toxic norm is tolerating abusive language, jokes at your expense, and just plain old bad behavior.
Negative energy feeds on trauma and pain.
For some reason, it's normal for people to be like, oh, they were just kidding. Oh, you shouldn't be so sensitive. It's like people don't want to make a scene to the point where they allow bad behavior to happen, which is kind of making a scene, so it doesn't even make any sense.
Doesn't even make any sense!
Why is this toxic? You deserve to be treated with respect. A joke at your expense? No respect. Abusive language, bad behavior because they're having a bad day? No respect.
No respect at all.
Don't put up with it. I think a lot of us with chronic illness probably have this second toxic norm trait, and that is being a people pleaser. Here's the thing. Not everyone's worth your energy. In fact, a lot of people will suck your energy dry. Being a people pleaser is not healthy. It's nice to do things for others, but when it's not reciprocated in any way and hurts you by doing it, that's toxic.
I'm a textbook people pleaser. I have a serious problem.
I had a hard time getting over that one myself. But for those of you with chronic fatigue, just think of it this way. Is it worth your energy? Is doing that for that person worth the precious, precious energy when you could be using it for someone that deserves it?
Help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who deserve it.
So the third toxic norm that I think Hollywood is especially the cause of.
Hollywood is gross. Hi.
Thinking it's okay to constantly suffer for love. This is why I hate Hollywood romance movies. They literally train you to fall for guys that are narcissistic and abusive and just have no respect for you. That's the cool guy. That's the hot guy.
Or a hooker with a heart of gold.
Oh, you're opposites you'll attract and it'll magically turn out perfect instead of the way it's presenting. Yeah, why are so many people in abusive relationships now?
Damn, why am I always attracted to crazy?
Here's the thing. Healthy boundaries equal healthy relationships. It shouldn't always be you compromising. A relationship is an equal partnership. So if it's not being treated that way, it's not healthy. So the fourth toxic society trait, burning yourself out.
Hey, looks like somebody's burning the candle at both ends.
Talk about toxic being glamorized. Here's the thing. Pushing yourself beyond your limits just doesn't make sense in the long run. If you only have energy to do this much, why are you doing this much?
But this burning the candle at both ends is dumb.
You know you're gonna burn out. You know you're gonna flare up. Why does society push us to not take care of ourselves?
I was just telling this employee how lazy I think he is.
If you take care of yourself, you're lazy? Are you kidding me? Toxic society norm. Just saying. Hey survivors, wanted to do a quick shout out. This is Editing Rachel from the future. To those who actually helped and donated in my time of need with the computer that died. Saul and Z, my awesome fans of this channel, thank you so much for helping. I have no idea how much you helped me. Super grateful. If anyone else wants to help, I do still have a pretty hefty credit card bill. I'm on Ko-fi, so ko-fi.com/survival of the fatigued. Not necessary, but I'd be extremely grateful. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. So the fifth toxic social norm kind of goes with the previous one, and that is being proud of always being on the go. Our society just normalizes never taking vacations, never taking sick days unless you literally are in the ER, never taking your breaks at work.
That's a toxic mentality that contributes to burnout and unrealistic expectations.
expectation. I mean, society has normalized this to the point where people are getting sick from it. People are burning out. People are so stressed they can't handle it. Why is this normal? Why is this what everybody is doing? It's just not natural to be go, go, go all the time. You need to take rest. You need to listen to your body. You need to take vacations. You need to take your breaks. You know, there's a reason that those breaks are in your contract. There's a reason you get vacation time. And there's a reason you get sick time. And no, you're not lazy for taking care of yourself and resting and recuperating. Doing what your body needs is what you're supposed to do.
See? Listen to your body.
Now, not every boss will agree with this, but too bad for them. All right, so this next toxic society trait is more often than not held by the younger generation, and especially people in college. And that is always going with the majority and hiding your real values. The problem with this is if enough people do this, or if you do this enough, then you end up convincing yourself that that's what you actually think. And that causes internal conflict.
The internal damage may be irreparable.
A lot of people end up having to reevaluate their whole lives when they get older because what they thought they actually believed in was just from who they were around. I'm sure a lot of you, when you got very sick with your chronic illness, noticed a lot of your friends you thought were super close suddenly disappeared completely.
I thought you guys were my friends!
And you had to reevaluate your whole life at that point because who you thought you were kind of involved being around them. And all of a sudden that's gone and you look really into what you actually believe and you're like, wait a minute, I don't really believe that. Now that I'm not with the group, I don't really agree with all this.
He was doing it. I just wanted to be popular.
Be true to yourself and what you actually believe. If you were the only person in the world, would you still believe this? You'll save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of heartache and, frankly, just a lot of soul searching if you learn how to do this earlier in life. The seventh social norm kind of actually goes with this. And again, pretty much all of us are guilty of this. And that is filtering and editing all your photos. Whoa, 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 you say. Everyone does that. I just want to look my best. That's not a toxic thing. Are you doing it to all your photos? Do you refuse to leave the house without makeup? Do you refuse to post a photo without makeup? I mean, a lot of us develop such a self-hate because society's norms have said that you have to be beautiful. You want to be in the movies, you want your picture out there, you have to be beautiful. I wear myself out putting on makeup and dressing up for these videos because that's how society works, because that's what people respond to. But I'm a rebel. You'll notice there's a few videos where I'm not wearing makeup. You'll notice there's clips here and there. I don't wear makeup. It's not something I have to do. It's more for getting subscribers, frankly. But if it's controlling your life, if it's making you not go out if you don't have makeup, if it's making every single photo you post have to be filtered, that's not you. That's you hating yourself. You need to learn to love yourself as you are and not compare yourself to other people. And that is a really difficult thing to learn. And society and its toxic ways have only made it that much harder. So thank you, society. Thank you for making this so hard, especially for us women. Now, most people who drive will have this toxic social norm trait, and I bet you can guess what it is. Society has, especially lately, completely normalized anger. Anger is toxic. You can have righteous anger, but to road rage, to just flip out at people for having opposite viewpoints, that is not healthy for you at all.
Rageaholic.
I'm not a rageaholic.
And society has made this completely normal. In fact, I'm sure if you were happy during rush hour and bopping along, people would think you were weird. That's how normal anger is in our society. It's not healthy.
I like how angry he is.
What I'm saying is, society is normalizing being angry all the time for things that don't really warrant a lot of anger. And this can get you into trouble too. There's some crazy people out there. If you don't know how to hold your tongue sometimes, or if it's not really a fight worth having, you could get beat up, you could get hurt, you could get stalked, you could get killed. It could be dangerous.
I'm crazy!
Real quick in the comments, what's a normalized toxic society behavior you've seen that I might not have mentioned? And how do you avoid it?
Do I have to?
I still don't get what's wrong with society, social norms, how they can normalize these toxic behaviors and just reward you.
Yes! My award!
It's just ridiculous. Why is this the norm? I really think if we just focus on taking care of ourselves and our loved ones, then we'll really just be much happier and better off. Speaking of toxic behavior, I really recommend you watch this video next about learning to discern who is good for your mental health and who is toxic. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on surviving. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe.